Sometimes you read a book that changes your life. Recently, that happened to me. Not only did I read it once, I read it 3 times. What book am I talking about? Before I tell you the name of the book, let me ask you this. Have you ever launched a product that failed? The book opened with a scary statistic. 80% of new products fail. I'll say that again. 8 out of 10 new products fail. You might have heard of these. The new Coke, Google Glass, and the Amazon Fire Phone. Yes, even big companies get it wrong. So why do products fail? There are many reasons, but the single biggest one is not enough people want your product. So what do? You test your product idea and you test it early. Here's an example. Let's say it's 2011, Apple has just released Siri and you are inspired. You can see the future of voice. You have an idea. You want to create a speaker, but not just a normal speaker, but a speaker that you can talk to. You can ask the speaker for information and you can ask the speaker to do things for you. You can ask about the weather. You can ask it to play music. You can ask it to order toilet paper. You are inspired. You even have a working name for this speaker. It's called Echo. So what do? At this point, the idea is just an idea. So the question you want to answer is not, can we build it, but rather, does anyone want it? You want to answer that before you start building anything. So the first thing you want to do is create what is called the XYZ hypothesis. It's a simple formula where you predict how the market will respond to your product. X% of Y will do Z. In this case, you are having this amazing speaker idea and your target market might be startups because you believe that people working in startups tend to like new cool tech more. So your XYZ hypothesis might sound like this. 5% of people working in startups would buy the Echo speaker. It's time to test your idea. In the book they say, think globally, test locally. You have this big hypothesis. How do you test it? Not only that, they ask, what can you do in 48 hours for only $100? You call your friend Jason. Jason runs a co-working space for startups. You know that tomorrow night is Share Your Idea night. You ask Jason, hey, I have an idea. Can I join you tomorrow and show you my idea and get some feedback? Jason goes, yes. But you don't have a speaker. So what do? You better make one. 2 steps. First you go shopping, then you make it. Are you ready? I know, this is magic. The first version of Echo. Now we are missing something. We need an on-off button. Boom! We are ready to go. I know this is not real. It's just beans with tape and a sticker. But you're going to pretend and you're going to bring your friend Alexa, who will be the voice of the speaker. You will be demonstrating your amazing speaker at the event and you want to know whether people in the room will be interested in buying a speaker like Echo. So how do you measure customer interest? What counts as real proof? Here's the key. You want your potential customer to give you something. We call that skin in the game. Likes, comments and high fives are not skin in the game. It's way too easy to say, dude, that's an amazing speaker. That's not skin in the game. As a minimum, you want to collect an email address. It could be a phone number, even better, real money like a deposit. Your idea is really early, so you're not going to ask for money. Instead, you create a local XYZ hypothesis that sounds like this. 20% of the people attending the event will give us their email address. It's the big night and you are at the front of the room with Echo. 100 people are watching you. You start to ask questions. Hey Alexa, what's the weather forecast for tomorrow? Hey Alexa, Who was the first US president? Hey Alexa, order my favorite pizza. Alexa responds, and 2 minutes later, a pizza delivery guy arrives with fresh made pizza. The room goes crazy. Of course, you set this up in advance and ask your best friend Bob to bring pizza, but it shows everyone what Echo can do. When you're done with the presentation, you invite people to give you their email address if they want to be kept informed about the Echo. What happened? 100 people attended, 32 gave you their email address. That's 32%. The XYZ hypothesis expected 20%. So 32 is a lot better. Does that mean you're going to sell millions of Echoes? No, it doesn't. But it should give you enough confidence to continue working on the idea and doing more tests. One more thing. Did we spend less than 48 hours on this test? Yes. Did we spend less than $100? Yes. Cost of beans, tape, sticker and pizza? Absolutely. So what? We are all guilty of loving our own ideas and listening to our own intuition and other people's opinions, especially if they support our awesome idea. Instead, you might want to consider the principle of running quick and cheap tests for your early product ideas. Remember, data beats opinions. If you want to know more, check out the book that changed my life. The Write It, Why So Many Ideas Fail and How to Make Sure Yours Succeed by Alberto Savoia. That's it. My name is Tomas Bay. I'll be back next week with another video on innovation. Until then, make things better and make better things. Boom! Hey Alexa, order my favorite pizza. Wow! This is amazing. It works. This is awesome. Thank you, Alexa.